Warning. Warning. UFO detected.
So hello and welcome to Alternate History Report. Look for yourself and the only person who's actually going to care to watch this, Mr. Boogelmeister. So we're going to play in English because I can't read French, and I only can read a little bit of German, and I don't think anyone else can read German except me and like German people. Alright, so we're going to play on Veteran because it actually, the difficulty bug has actually been patched on my version of the game, because I'm running the XCOM utility. There are a bunch of things that it does normally, a bunch of extra things that it does fix. But we only have, well, we have all of the fixes put in place, but not all of the gameplay advantages, because some of them are, frankly, a little ridiculous. So we're gonna pop our first base somewhere in Europe so that we can protect Germany, France, Spain, the UK, and Italy. You know, since they're some of our biggest, you know, between the 5 of them, they end up being some of our biggest benefactors. Our second base is going to go over here, probably somewhere in the middle of the United States, so we can protect the US, Mexico, and Canada. But this base is going to go probably just outside Germany, so that we can protect Russia a little bit. Well, except for the Siberians. We're going to call our first base... Ooh, what are we going to call our first base? Let's just call it the XCOM HQ. I'm not very creative. Okay. So, as you may notice, I did install the, what is it? The improved base layout aspect of the, XCOM utility mod. What else did I install of the XCOM utility mod? Well, anyway, this the point of that, the point of this is to make it so that because aliens can come in through the hangars here, and also through the access lift, and the point of it is to make it so the aliens all spawn on one side and then you spawn on the other side. I mean, I would have rearranged my base to look something like this anyway, so this isn't really much of an additional advantage to me. There was 2 advantages that I did allow myself, though, and that was... Let's look at the Ufo pt.1 and I'll show you. I did increase the explosive force of the high explosives so that it can actually do what it's supposed to, which is to be able to breach the hulls of UFOs. And also, the tanks, the armor for the tanks was increased so that the usefulness of tanks is actually, you know, improved, so they don't just die on the first plasma shot that hits them when they go outside, when they leave the Sky Ranger. Also, we're going to be playing an Iron Man playthrough of the game, so only one save game is allowed, and no reloads for anything. This game is going to be run in tandem with Boogelmeister's game. So, we're going to need, first of all, electroflares. Most important thing in the universe. All the electroflares. And smoke grenades. Pile of those guys too. I'm pretty sure I'd start with smoke grenades, but the more the merrier. Prox grenades aren't super useful, but they're kind of useful. Stun rods, we're going to want a couple of those guys. What else do we need? couple extra rockets of each type. We're gonna want some more autocannon ammo. Let's do 5 of each. Ooh. Forgot about that. Okay, so we're also gonna need to build some general stores. We're gonna need to build a large radar, and we're gonna need alien containment pretty quick too. So we might as well have that. Might as well start work on that. Also, we're gonna put a missile defense down right here for later, since missile defenses make excellent choke points for, especially going vertically. Because what'll happen is the aliens will come in through here, and the what is it? This base module is shaped kind of like a U, so you can set up your units, you can set up your soldiers in a line right here, and then the aliens will walk around single file and get killed by reaction fire. So it really makes things a lot easier. Though, well, I do like having it like this because setting it up with the access lift and the missile defense, because what'll happen if you don't do it like that, I know that a lot of people say that you should just set, have this connected by just the missile defense, but then what'll happen is the aliens, what they want to do when they enter your base is they want to break, they want to blow up stuff in each of your sections, and if they damage your section enough, it will disappear. And any other sections that are dependent on another section, for example, this section is dependent on this one, which 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 is all dependent on the access lift. So if these connections get severed, or if the section gets damaged enough and it gets deleted, everything that it's dependent on will also get deleted. So it's best to have, you know, dual dependency going on. So what I'll end up doing here, I should probably also get extra living quarters. Speaking of which, having extra dependencies will make it harder for the base to get blown up. So what would normally happen is the aliens would try and come in through here, and they would probably just throw a couple alien grenades down the access lift, destroying the access lift, destroying the whole base. And you don't want that. They might do the same thing with the missile defense, which, if I had the access lift down here, which I would, then they would destroy the missile defense, and then all the hangars would get annihilated, and I'd have to rebuild all the hangars, and if I had any aircraft in any of the hangars, they'd go away too, and I'd have to fix that and replace them, and that's quite expensive. So we're also going to recruit an extra couple of soldiers, some extra scientists. Even though scientists are super expensive, we're gonna recruit 10 extra scientists. And as soon as this general store finishes, we're gonna buy ourselves a tank, because tanks are super useful. Because you just send them out of the Sky Ranger right away, and then they absorb reaction fire from aliens. But for now, we're just gonna rely on rookies to do that, because you know they're rookies; they don't matter. So for research, we're going to. This one's a relatively easy project, and then I can get my engineers working on motion scanners pretty quickly. And then my engineers will have something to do so that I can actually, you know, make money. Now to find out who's going to be the ones who carry the heavy weapons. Okay, this guy, with all of his 70 stamina, 66 firing accuracy, and 34 strength, he's going to be our rocket launcher guy. So, and so our second strongest person is going to be this guy. Is going to be the auto cannon guy. You know, normally I do get a pile of random crap built up. So I'm just going to preemptively build 2 extra general stores. So 10 days I'll actually be able to put crap in my base. So, okay, so we're getting 6,000 a month, or 6 million a month. Okay, 6 million a month from everyone. February, we're going to definitely want to put a base over in the States to prevent them from getting angry. And here is our most important number. If this number is negative at the end of the month, we're losing and we might as well quit. No, not really. If that number is negative at the end of the second month in a row, then we'll lose and we might as well quit. Do I have enough inventory space for a tank right now? Tank rocket launcher, because the tank cannon is terrible. Gonna need a lot more inventory space for more rockets than just that. But better than nothing. Alright. Now let's wait for some aliens to show up. That did not take very long at all. Alright. Neat. Looks like he's landing. Okay, since I don't have any electro flares yet, we are totally not... Well, he's a very small UFO, so I should just encounter him with the one with the cannons. But yeah, since it's going to be nighttime, we're not going to land on him until it's daytime, just because that's a terrible idea. Standard attack for now, just to prevent him from running away. Crap. Or not. Well, he was over water, so he would have died anyway. How fast is that going? 2200? How fast am I going? 2100. Maybe if he turns, we can catch him, since he's going only slightly faster than us. There we go. We're over water against him, and it's a hardcore attack. Nothing to recover since we were over water, unfortunately. But I believe that counts as positive points for us regardless. Yes, it does. So, better than nothing.